All right. I want this to be my first long format video, and I didn't know what else to do, but I had chores to do, so I'm going to fold my laundry while I talk about stuff. And for the last couple of days, last week or so, I've been talking about life changes, anger, emotions that happen, and a lot of it supersedes itself to be in regards to, you guessed it, a breakup. And this breakup really is something that affects a lot of people. Whenever someone that you truly love and you break up, you find yourself in a world of confusion, pain, hurt, and you really want to figure out what you're going to do next. And a lot of times I really haven't known what that is, what it means to do what's next, what even is next. So I decided to start channel, this channel to be something I can talk about, something I can work through, something I can work on as a passion project of mine. Something I want to do is always help people. And to help people, you have to learn to help yourself. And that may sound like a very selfish thing to do, but it's something I've thought about for a long time. And what that truly means to be selfish. And I think a lot of people think selfish is a very negative emotion. But to prioritize one's own happiness is inherently a selfish idea. You want to develop yourself. And you have to focus yourself. That means you're taking time away from your friends, taking time away from your family to focus on who you are. And that feeling can really be an effective means to get better. It can also be an effective means to kind of lose yourself. And I think a lot of what I'm trying to talk about without a script or anything, because I kind of want this to be free flowing of myself, is what do you do when you have to find a way to continue pushing forward? Because a lot of the time I really haven't wanted to push forward. I thought I could get her back. I thought I could keep fighting, and eventually she would come around or she would change her mind. I don't think that's going to happen. And that's something that a lot of us as people come to terms with over time. That the person we thought we loved, or even better word, the person we did love, do still love, is no longer the person of our current future. And that's the emotion I've been trying to work through all day. I'm not angry at her. I'm not upset. I am not filled with hatred or regret for anything that happened in our relationship. I'm just filled with a sense of static numbness and silence at the loss of my best friend. And that process, that feeling of that loss of your true best friend in the world, someone you've grown to know and care about over the last year and a half, 2 years of my life, is gone in the matter of a day because of my own actions. I'll fully admit that the breakup is pretty much my fault, but there were flaws in our relationship. But a lot of those flaws we looked past because we loved each other. We cared about one another. And we continued to focus and develop one another into who we would be. And those people just happened to grow apart, have changes in interest and desires, or anything. And I'm kind of making this a running monologue of my own emotions and feelings about the situation, but I think it needs to change. And I no longer can continue to talk about the topic because talking about it isn't changing anything. And I want to talk about changing yourself. That's what my short was about today, and I said I would talk about it in this video. Changing yourself is something that is extremely difficult, but it's something that we have to do. When our relationships, the comfortable things in our lives change, and we find ourselves in a new world, a new normal, because those stable figures that we've had in our lives, whether it be for 3 months, 6 months, a year, or our whole lives, change, we have to find a new normal. We can't sit down and wait in the forest for that person to reach their hand out and pull you up. They're not coming anymore. They may have done it before, but they're not coming now. And we have to accept that as people. And when I really look at that idea of who's going to pull yourself out of the forest, you have to look in the mirror. Because the only person that's going to do that is you. You have to step up. And I'm not trying to make this one of those pull yourself up by the bootstrap videos or anything like that. I'm trying to just say, we know in ourselves the things we have to do to get better. For me, a part of that was getting a therapist, so I can work through these problems that have existed in my life for a long time and find a way to communicate them healthily, try to work on myself and further myself to correct the problems and the patterns of my life to better prepare myself for what's to come in my future. And that's inherently a selfish thing. Bettering yourself, focusing on yourself, can be perceived as selfish to those who don't understand what's going on. And I think a lot of people try to assume everything about what's going on. And like I said in my earlier video, I'm just a guy who you walked by at Target buying pancake mix. You don't know any of this about me, but now you do. My YouTube channel is called 1 Minute a Day Shorts. Same thing on Instagram. I'm just a normal white guy. And that's okay. I'm just a person who's here talking about life, the problems of life, the things that all of us go through. Doesn't matter who you are. We all love. We all care for people. And we make mistakes. We're human. We find ourselves in positions to get better. We also find ourselves in positions where we fall into bad habits or old habits, and we hurt ourselves because of it. I think it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort for us to realize what that truly means in ourselves. What does it truly mean to be yourself? What makes you happy? What is going to make you happy in the long term? Because at the end of the day, it's not that girl you thought it was. It's not that job that you've been holding on to, hoping it gets better. It's not that same group of friends that you get drunk with on the weekends and leave you out to dry the next day hungover and you miss your workout or you miss your doctor's appointment. It's you. You are the one that's going to make yourself happy. And you have to figure out what you're going to do to continue to make yourself happy. I don't know what that is. I know what I'm trying to figure it out for myself. And I don't expect people to know. I don't expect even the wisest people to know every single thing what's going to make you happy every day. But I think I heard something while watching a lot of these motivational things and reading a lot of things recently that we can't define ourselves entirely by happiness. You define your life by the moments of joy, the moments of pain, the moments of remembrance, and you live life in moments. You live life presently, and you really focus on that idea. Living life presently, because if every moment's happy, every moment becomes mundane. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to get up and live every moment as it is and try to make every single moment of your life as happy as you can be? No, that'd be impossible. No, you're going to get up every day and it's going to be hard. And all you're going to do is you're going to get up, you're going to get out of bed, because it's the first thing you have to do every day. Get out of bed. You're going to put your shoes on, and you're going to go to the gym. Or you're going to read a chapter in a book. Or you're going to meditate. You're going to take an ice bath. You're going to do something for yourself to start your day off right and find your new normal. That's pretty much what I'm here to say. Life changes. You can either choose to change with it, or life's going to change around you. I made a joke to my friend in text. We're both going through a similar situation. I said, she made a joke saying, I'm trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, sometimes we don't know if the light at the end of the tunnel is the end or the light of an oncoming train. And it's true. We don't know what's coming, but you're either going to sit in that tunnel and you're going to wait. You're going to wait. And when that light comes and that train comes, that train's going to be where you are. And you have to dodge out of the way. That's the bad things in life. You can't stop the bad things in life from happening. They're coming down the tunnel. You can either face them head on, wait for them to get to you, or run away. It's a one line. Run away. It's eventually going to catch you. We're not faster than a train. But one thing that we can do is walk forward. Face the train. And who knows? It might not be a train, but you're not going to know that if you run away or you wait. The light's just going to be there. And you have to make a choice. Walk towards the light. It's a train or not. Or you stay where you are. And you stay in the forest. You stay with the pain, the sorrow, your mistakes. Or you pull yourself up and you start walking in the right direction. You don't know. That tunnel could just be train after train after train. But you're not where you were. You started a journey that's going to take you somewhere. You don't know where it is. I don't know where it is where I'm going yet. But we started a journey. And I guarantee you that if you start the journey and you start walking somewhere, you're going to make some kind of change. Nothing changes, nothing changes. Change something, something changes. Seems very weird to say that. But all I'm asking of you, as you're watching this 13-minute video that about some random guy who's just talking to you about his life and his problems, to try and relate. Feel that same idea. Don't sit and wait for life to happen to you. Go and meet life in the field. Go walk through the tunnel. Go start walking in the forest. Take the journey of 1,000 steps. Do something. Because doing nothing is not going to let you go past the pain that you have. Start changing yourself. And who knows? Something great could be out there for you. But if you never change to be able to be ready for it, you'll never see it coming. See you tomorrow. Thanks for listening to my first long format video. Hear it out.